Hey, Judy Haddad, owner of Orange Purple Passions, My Healing LLC, and founder and executive director of 5 Purple Oranges, the charity I founded after the loss of my son Alon when we were hit by a truck in Dodge County, Wisconsin. So I've been thinking about this again, a little more Mother's Day thoughts, and my dance with pain. That was the 5th Mother's Day. Last Sunday was the 5th Mother's Day I've had without Alon, and we're approaching the 5th anniversary of him being killed. And I honestly thought I would be further along than I am in a lot of areas of life. But I also, you don't know. I think before Alon was killed, you wonder, I think every parent does this, but I found out, I used to think every parent does this. I found out, no, we all don't do this. But I've talked to some parents of people in the military, and they have the same thing, where you put yourself, well, what happens? What happens if I get that news? And you put yourself in that place and you see how it plays out. And I often thought I would just go to a dark place and never come out again. In a way, I think I truly believed that. That wasn't the case. I look at what I did do, though, is that I retreated in such a way that I compartmentalized my pain. I probably talked about this before, and I concentrated on just my physical healing. Just my physical healing. If I can get my body back, I can move on to, handle the criminal case and handle the civil case and handle facing the fact that my child is gone and I have a whole new life I didn't know how to deal with. And what's funny to me, I don't know if anybody's ever actually read the book, The Princess Bride. The movie's great. Love the movie. But what the movie misses to me that's in the book is that in the scene where Wesley is getting tortured, in the book, he finds a place in his mind. He goes to a place in his mind, and it's as if the body doesn't matter. So, you out there who meditate, you know that you can find a place in your mind where sometimes things don't touch you. I know that that's what I did in the hospital. I know that I found this protective place. And I fully believe that I've kept that around me through this whole ordeal, my crisis season. And I posted recently about the power of the human touch and how I knew going into my healing path, that I had gone from constant physical affection for my child to literally nothing. I mean, first I was like too pained to be touched. And it just so happens where I live, who my friends are around here, even my parents to some degree, there's not a lot of physical touch. And I then started paying people to touch me. Massage I needed, like I did craniosacral and I did a massage just to get my body back to some sort of shape. But I started hanging out with a friend who liked to do mani-pedis, so I started doing that, and I started doing more. I got back into getting waxed again, and honestly, I think that was a part of it. It's like, oh, okay, this is a human touch, and this will get me through. But I have noticed that I had barriers up without realizing it for so long that now as I'm starting to sort of face that, we're talking 5 years out, the physical pain is coming back in such a degree that it's becoming incredibly difficult for me to bear. So it's been a lot of introspection, dealing with emotions and clearing emotions and replacing the negative emotions with positive emotions. I do a lot of that work with my clients. It's like, lawyers make the worst clients. Yeah, so coaches make the worst clients in a lot of ways. And it's going to be a long journey. It's going to be a long journey. And I can feel it physically and I can sense it emotionally. But I think part of that journey for me is sharing this story with you, hoping you understand that grief and trauma takes so many different forms and your reaction is going to be so different than somebody else's, and you just have to be strong in your own path. Ask for what you need. I have a hard time doing that. Ask for what you need. React how you feel it's appropriate to react. Be who you need to be. Because no one's living your life. No one's living your loss. Everybody's loss is different. I remember part of my healing journey, before anything was going on with the cases, my mom had decided, I was having a real rough time because it was finally dawning on me. It was 6 months later. I was finally dawning on me that my child was not coming back. Like, I think I had this sense in my head, I've talked about this before, that if I can get well, he's going to know it's okay to come back and I can take care of him again. So my mom had decided to send me to hang out with my family in Israel, which I would have loved. It's been a long time since I've been there, but the timing was just not so great. So I went to Miraval in Arizona, Tucson, and it was perfect for what I needed. And I met this very young woman there who was just really having a hard time with the loss of her dad. And by then, I'd been living with my dad with his brain injury and his threats to die at any day now. And I thought, oh yeah, I would be okay with that. No, the truth of the matter is I can say that to you. I can say, oh, if my mom died tomorrow, if my dad died tomorrow, I'd be okay. No, it's an incredibly deep loss. But it's a loss that is expected. At my age, at their age, it's a loss that, it's going to happen. And it's not sudden. I wasn't a child. It's terrible when a child loses a parent. It's terrible when anybody loses a parent. But when you lose a child, when it's in that sort of reverse order, it can prepare you for any other sort of loss, I guess, is the best way I can put it. Some people, some people are really taken down by those losses. And I'm never going to judge because I can completely understand that. But you honestly don't know. I don't know how I'm going to react, how I'm going to feel, what it's going to be like to feel in some ways truly alone. I don't have my parents. I don't have my child. I've never seen my siblings. So, but you make your life, you make your family, you create what you need. And I really love my parents, but I'm definitely more prepared emotionally now. It wouldn't have unhinged me. It won't unhinge me now, I firmly believe, the way I saw that young girl in Miraval. I'm not judging her, I don't blame her, but it's just there's that sort of sense of that it's okay. It's okay. It's the circle of life. It all works out in the end. Whatever your belief is, it all works out in the end. So now I'm a little sort of all over the place on this one, but I just wanted to get this out there for you, just sort of what I'm dealing with, and we'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching.